Nice deep breathing, straight arms. Hold. And up you come. Fantastic. We're working to Utthita Parsvakonasana. So you can open your legs up a little bit wider. Okay. You're going to turn your right foot to 90, left foot into 60. And you start to bend down with your right. You might have to open up a little bit more, lift up that ankle, dropping yourself down. You've got your block here. You can place it down and utilize your block if you need something there. Let's work first, Vibhadrasana 2, opening up. So really dropping down into it, lifting up the ankle, opening the stretch. Then you can take our left hand onto our waist, our right hand down onto your block or onto the floor. Push your knee into your armpit. Open up through the shoulder. Pull the pelvis forward. Place your hand onto your ear and stretch it out. So I'm completely opening up. This hand is not hard on the floor. Just extend and breathe. Coming back into Vibhadrasana 2, you lift and you hold. 3, 2, 1. Straightening up, feet to face forward. Back into Vibhadrasana 2. So you're taking out, left. Right is in, hips square. And you bend. If you need your block, you've taken your block over. Get your alignment correct. Dropping those hips, pulling up the ankle, sitting up tall. Nice deep breath. Place the right hand onto the waist, left hand down. Get your alignment, get nice and straight here. Push the knee into the armpit, open through the chest, pull the pelvis forward. Hand to the ear and stretch it out. Hold and breathe into this. You can look up if you like. Let's go back into Vibhadrasana 2. Hover here for 3, 2, 1. Up you come. Feet facing forward. Heel toe in a little bit. I'm going to just flow through the rest of the poses. So again, right foot 90, left foot 60. Utthita Trikonasana, hips to the front. Stretching over, hand coming down. If you need your block to go into a half moon, please work into it. We're working to Ardha Chandrasana. So you want to really open up and stretch. Keep looking at me. You're going to bend your right knee. As you place your fingers down, you step closer with the left. Make sure this foot is nice and straight still. Slowly, you're going to lift up the back leg and flex. You'll see if you can get balance, pushing into the heel, lifting up. Hold. If you want to, you can look up to the ceiling. Oops, sorry. I was going to look up to the ceiling. And then slowly coming back down. Utthita Trikonasana. And up you come. Feet to the front. Let's go to the other side. Left foot 90. Right foot 60. Hips to the front. Big stretch. Lengthening over. Big stretch over. Hand down. Use your block if you need it. Watch the breathing. Slowly you bending left. Stretching out as you bring through right foot. Get the balance. Lift up the back leg. See how you do here. Hold and breathe into it. Nice. Slowly control, you step back, opening up, and up we come. Feet facing forward. So leaving your feet exactly where they are. You're going to take your right foot, you're going to place it out to 90. You're going to swing around, left foot, forward, now I'm facing completely to the side. Hands onto your waist. So we work straight into a nice flow with this. Either you're going to take your fists together behind your back, hold to the wrists or your elbows, or you can go into a full prayer position. Namaste. Shoulders back. Now when you do this, I don't want you lifting out and arching the back. I want you lifting the chest up to the ceiling. Lifting up, working to the halfway mark. Make sure both feet are forward. Look at them. Stretch up with the chest and lengthen halfway. You want to have a flat back. Check your hips. If you want to just touch your hips and make sure that they're nice and straight, please do so. Now those with back problems, this is as far as you go. If it's already sore for you, use 2 blocks and place your hands onto the blocks. If you're doing fine, you hold it here. For those who've really got it nicely here, you can drop yourself down. Relaxing yourself down. Shoulders back, elbows a little bit up. Just breathe. To come out of this, we're going to work ourselves back to the front. And up you come. You can keep your arms there. Let's take out the left foot to 90. Right foot up and back. If it's too far for you, you step a little bit closer. You want both heels down. Pull in the inner thighs. Lift the chest, don't arch the back. Halfway mark. Remember, you have a choice here how you do this. If it's too much, you place your hands into your blocks. You lengthen. You let the skull bone and the tailbone challenge one another. And if you can, you want to go down further, you go down further. Just lengthening into it. To come out, then you come back to the front. And up you come. Fantastic. Release your arms. Roll the shoulders back and forward. You should feel a nice pull on the sides of your triceps. So we're working to Pasarita Padottanasana. It's a beautiful pose, great for digestion. So take your feet to the back of the mat. Your heels are in line with the back of the mat. You want to have them directly underneath your fingers, pushing into the heels. We're going to take our hand, you're placing down onto the sacrum, roll the shoulders back and down. Keeping your buttocks in line with the mat, you're going forward. As you go forward, you come into a halfway mark. This is where you're stopping. If you have a sore back or you suffer with back problems, you stay here, you don't go any further. If you start to arch your back around your back, you also don't go any further. Then you can take your fingers down to the floor. If you can't reach here with a straight back and you start working or can't get there, blocks or something, whatever, place underneath. I want lengthening through the spine. Again, challenging skull bone to tailbone. From there, you're making sure that your head is not going to the floor. So you slide your hands back, your heel of the hands are in line with the heel of your feet. Everything's lined up to the back of the mat, and my elbows are in line with one another. As I start to bend, I keep them in line and I watch my head doesn't touch the floor, so I can still turn my head. And I try and straighten up, straight legs. And I hold it here. You work to where you can, which is comfortable without rounding or arching the back. Breathing into it. Hold and breathe. Slowly to come up, I'm going to bring my hands underneath the shoulders. Place my hands onto my sacrum and pushing myself all the way up. Fantastic. I'm going to heel turn my feet back together. Release the shoulders. We're coming down to the floor. We're going to work into Anantanasana, which is our couch pose. You can have a block for behind you. You can have a belt to get hold of your feet. And you can have your little sponge bob. Oops, sponge. to go underneath your armpit if necessary. So have everything ready. Let's start off by placing our feet to the right side. Stretching out the arm, making sure you're lining up with the front of your mat. So just get yourself a nice line. It's great to work with the line of the mat because then you know whether you're straight or not. You flex into your heels. You take the arm directly above and you stretch it out. Lengthen into everything. Make sure you're nicely lined up. And then we check if we're in line by lifting the top arm, lifting that leg. If you feel like you are wobbly, you probably are all right. You need to flex that bottom foot. If this is really hard for you, work against the wall. Place the feet against the wall. It's a great way to get your balance. But make sure that you're not leaning back, because this is what I tend to see a lot of people doing. They're leaning back into the pose. Oops. You need to really make sure you're nice and square. So you'll see my t-shirt. The line is right in the center. It's very important that you line up. Now, place a pin. Your finger is pushing down into the elbow pit and hand into your head. From here, check if you have space underneath it. There's no space, you don't need it. But if there's space, please put it in. You can see I'm constantly trying to align myself. Top leg comes closer. Once you've got that, you're going to take a strap. You can place it around the strap. Take hold of that foot. You're lifting up slowly. As you lift up, get your balance. Don't lean back. So that's great when you've got the block and you can shove the block behind you. You can make sure you're sitting up nice and tall. Then also that your buttocks is not falling backwards. If you're going to go into the full pose and you want to get hold of the ankle, you start to pull down. You've got to make sure you're pulling it down above the head, not in front of you, above the head. So you're stretching it down in a straight line. You can look back, you can actually see. Breathe into it and hold for a bit. Remember the great benefits for this. It's great in your abdominals, because you really work those abdominal muscles. And it trims throughout the whole entire body. You should be holding everywhere. Working into it. Big stretch. When you release, you're bringing down the foot towards the perineum. And then slowly stretching it out. Make sure you're not dropping anything. My block's still behind me. Up you come. Let's work to the other side. Take all your little gadgets, equipment, to the other side, and let's stretch it out. So making sure you're nicely lined up, stretching out the arm, getting nice and extended, block behind, so I don't fall over. Well, actually, it helps, but it doesn't help. Does that make sense? It's there, but if you lean over, it falls over. It's just a nice way to feel the balance. Okay, from there, pushing down. Oh, let's first check it. That's not too bad. And down. Place my finger down, arm up. I have a slight hold here, so I'm going to use my little sponge. Place the sponge in. Lengthen. Let me make sure nice and lengthened. Flex into the heels. Bring the top foot towards the perineum. Hold and use your strap. Place the strap around. And then let's go. Up we go. Slowly with control. As we go with control, you can see it's a wibbly-wobbly control. You want to get hold of the heel. And then slowly starting to work it over. And as I do that, I make sure I'm square. I'm not falling backwards, I'm leaning forward. The foot is over the head and not in front of me. Keep breathing. Keep holding. That's it. And then slowly bringing it back into the perineum and stretching. Up you come. Alright, blocks, I want you to have your blocks handy. Just to place them at the end of you. Place your feet up to them. It's nice to have something square to push your heels onto. Remove the flesh from behind your buttocks. We're sitting in our Dandasana, our staff pose. So just sitting in this pose is a great way to utilize everything. You're pushing your heels down, you're pushing into the toes, up to your nose, and you're lifting out. This is a pose all in its own. We're going to work into our forward bend. You can utilize your strap. So have your strap, you can place it around there. You can feel what it feels like on the blocks and place it out to the side. For those who need to use the strap, you're going to utilize the strap to pull you forward. For those who don't, you can lift your arms up. Inhale, lift. Exhale, working the abdominals down like you're zipping up a little bag. You're zipping all the way and extending out in front of you. You want to push your hips back. If you can hold into your blocks. You can even work a bit further and stretch out. Lengthen and relax yourself down as much as you can. I could even go into another block if I had another one. Okay, just relax. Breathe, push the knees down, toes to your nose, and lengthen. That's it. And then slowly you're going to come all the way up. Releasing down. So we're working to our Janu Sirsasanu. Janu means Sirsa, head. Let's take our right foot. You're keeping your feet there so you can know that you're not moving anything. You're bringing that leg back. You can see I haven't moved anything behind me. You've still got your supports. Inhaling, lifting. If this knee does not go down, please place a block, a blanket, something underneath it. Inhaling up, exhaling forward. Same difference. If you've got your straps or whatever out there, you can lengthen into it. I want you to have the same extension. Breathing into it. Relaxing, extending. And then slowly up you come. And arms down. Let's go to the other side. So you're taking in and you're bringing out. Left, hips should not move. And your foot should be up there. So you're still lifting, still stretching. If you need a block, please place that block underneath it. If you want to use your straps here, pull back with the straps. Inhale up. Exhale forward. Hold and breathe. Straightening it out. Shoulders should be nice and square. Dropping yourself down. Lengthening. Pushing down with both knees. Toes to the nose. As you stretch into it. And slowly up you come. Arms out. Alright. So sitting in Dandasana, you take your strap and you place it behind you. We're going to work into Marichyasana 1. Day 3 we will work into it a little bit more complicated. So for now we're going to just do it. But today I want you to work with a blanket. Let me just grab our blanket. I want you to feel how much further you can get into with the blanket. So let's start. Let's start by lifting up our right. You're going to bring the right foot in and you're going to sit nice and tall. As I sit up tall, you will see there is a space. So I'm going to utilize the space by placing the blanket. It may not be much. I may not even need much of a blanket. A smaller blanket to sit on. Okay. I'm making sure that this knee is going to stay up. I don't want it falling out to the side. I've got to make sure it stays up. That is my aim. Not a leaning tower of pizza. I'm going to lift it up and I'm going to keep my back nice and straight. I'm going to work my arm over to the inside and slowly lengthen myself forward. Then I'm going to extend forward, exactly how I was trying to grab the blocks. Now as I do that, you see my knees going out. So I want to push the knee into the side.